Hello, Knockouts. Tanya TKO here. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, my goodness. I know there are people in other countries who complain that I always go live during the daytime in American time. So now we're up in the middle of the night. And so right now it is 10 a.m. in England, 10 a.m. in Nigeria. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. I see Facebook is awake this morning. So today we're just having a very impromptu conversation. I can't sleep. And one of the things on my mind is creation, right? So good morning, everybody. Good morning. It looks like YouTube is not up yet. Oh, my chest is hurting. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I see we have Remy in the house, Tony in Texas. Demetrius is 3:30, 3 o'clock. I think you're missing 20 minutes, dear. It's 9:19 in London, so it must be 10:20 in Nigeria. I think Nigeria is, okay, YouTube is awake. Mark is the first person. I got a pain in my chest. Ugh. All right, so good morning, good morning. Let's talk real quick about creation, right? And change and just the tremendous amount of effort that it takes to create change. Oh, I was just laying down and standing and like sitting up has brought, I think it's like a gas bubble or something in my chest because I'm feeling, take a baby aspirin. No, I don't want no baby aspirin. All right. So Toya is working and the kids are asleep. All right. Well, you got to do what you got to do, right? Got to do what you got to do. All right. Okay. So good morning. So let's talk about creation and change because if you're awake at this time in the United States, then you know what? Let me ask some questions. If you're in the US, because the US in the contiguous United States, the time is going to vary between 1:20 in the morning and 4:20 in the morning. So I want to ask, what are you doing awake? Are you awake because you can't sleep? Are you awake because you're working? Are you awake because your mind is rotating round and round on solutions, problems? Talk to me. I want to hear. I want to hear. So Valerie is saying take a teaspoon of mustard for the gas. Really? I eat mustard almost every day. I like mustard. All right. Okay. So the pain is actually going away right now after I've massaged the front area. So Ingrid is awake because Ingrid can't sleep. For those of you who don't know, I am Tanya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. Typically on this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-love looks like or what self-abusing looks like through relationships. So we pretty much break down viral content. For those of you who are Married at First Sight watchers, I want to break down season 12 so badly, but I haven't had the time space to be able to really jump into it the way I want. So it's like two different things. So either you don't have all of the graphics or you have to take the time to put all of the graphics in. Like creating videos looks a lot easier than it actually is. So Wenna is at work, about to go on break. Cabria got up and had to use the bathroom. What are you doing on the phone and the bathroom at the same time? Queen is saying energy's off. Nadia's watching tennis. Hernell is saying, I pray for your healing. I pray for all of our healing. You know, pray for yours as well. Pray for all of us. Kiwi can't sleep. Marlita's mind is always going. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got people at work, can't sleep, working. Okay. Shar got insomnia. All right. Okay, okay, okay. So I see that a lot of different. And so someone is saying, all that researching and watching you aspirin works, take one. I don't need one. It's done. It's gone. Don't you see it's gone? I massage my chest from the outside and it's gone. Okay. Tori went to bed too early. I did that too. I went to bed very early yesterday and then now I'm awake. However, let's talk about creation. Let's talk about creation. That's what I wanted to. Kenny is looking for somebody. Roy been up for 3 days. Child, oh, you have a newborn baby. That's why. Oh my goodness. Cabria is back in bed. Why was your phone on in the middle of the night while you were going to the bathroom? You're supposed to go, then come back to bed. Rosemary is a personal support worker. I don't know what that means. Is that like a CNA? Tony's ready for a revolution. All right. So 1121. Where is it 1121 at? That must be the. Is that the Caribbean? Where is it 1121? All right. So let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. All right. So I don't know how many of you get up in the middle of the night and start working or doing work or work on projects or work on your second business or your first business or your second job or whatnot, or how many of us are using creativity in the middle of the night to create. I just wanted to just leave this quick message of encouragement to you all that it does take a tremendous amount of energy to change, to shift. I was in the comments of one of my videos. When was it? I believe it was about 2 days ago. And the person was like, healing, still healing. When is healing going to be done? Because we were talking about the Galentine's Day event. And for those of you who don't know, I am having an event on February 13th, which is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard to 12 midnight, which is 12 noon Pacific to 9 p.m., which is also, what time is it England time? Oh, I can't keep up with all of the times and it's too early to make my brain work. But we're having a Galentine's Day event and we're going to be doing group hypnotherapy. We're going to be finding our toxic patterns and traits. So there's 2 different events. During the daytime, we're going to work on our own healing. And in the nighttime, we're going to be drinking and dancing the night away and having activities, doing arts and crafts and sip and paint and all of those other things. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. I found some great venues to have it at. We're going to be doing networking, like chat roulette, where you get to network, and it's women only. And you're going to like pop up on the screen and have 6 minutes to talk to another knockout. And just, maybe you'll find a new best friend, maybe an accountability partner, maybe just a person to have a great conversation with for that night. But that's what we're doing on February 13th, which is this coming Saturday. So we're 5 days out from it because today is Monday and time is moving so quickly. But someone was reading about the event and they were like, more healing, more healing. When does healing end? When does it stop? And so I've been thinking about that question for hours. And the answer really is that there are layers to healing. You heal, you do the work to heal as much as you can. And then when that is healed, you peel back the layers and there's another layer of healing. And it takes a tremendous amount of courage. It takes a tremendous amount of energy, power, vulnerability, determination to really create true shift and change in your life. And so I just wanted to come out and just drop that jewel on you because I don't know how many of us out there have been on the journey. And that's part of what we're doing at the Galentine's Day event. We're really pulling back a new layer. We're going to be looking at our own toxic relationship patterns and traits, the habits that we've built up over our lives. We're going to be cutting cosmic cords. We're going to dive into a manifestation guided meditation and hypnotherapeutic session. And it is going to be a powerful night. It is a powerful day and an amazingly unwinding night. We have a DJ who is going to be spinning for us for 4 hours. So if you don't want to participate in some of the activities like the smoky eye contest, we're going to be doing, lymphatic drainage massage on our face and facials and stuff. So if you don't want to do any of that, you can always just go out to the DJ area and, chat with other women and talk or listen to music, chill, drink. We're going to be making the TKO punch that night. And so you need to get your tickets so that you can get your shopping list, so that you can get the supplies that we need for that night. So nonetheless, we got Bonjour in the house. Wait, hold on. Someone said God wanted to talk to you. Okay, well, you know what? You need to go into meditation. You need to, hold on. Is there somebody spamming in the comments? Because there are lots of people who like to come through and they're like, oh, get your reading, come to like I put up a video yesterday about somebody who has created a fake Tanya TKO page on Facebook. And you come to the page, you think you're on my page because they're putting my videos on the page. And then they write to you privately asking for donation or contribution to some giveaway. And somebody wrote to me and was like, oh, did you get the $20 I sent? And I'm like, where did you send $20? And they're like, to your page on Facebook. And I'm like, I do not collect money on Facebook. I'm like, please go get your money back. And she was laughing, thinking that I was joking. And I was like, I'm like, look, you do whatever you want to do. So for some, look, it's working for them. It's working for them. Richie is saying it's 10:30 a.m. in Germany, and I just did my affirmations with your book. That's wonderful. I started doing the affirmations in the book again. And yesterday, I was doing the affirmations, and I just began to weep because there's this page inside of it that talks about seeing the magic all around you. And one of the workbook pages is like, write down 3 things that are magical. For those of you who haven't gotten my book, they're available right now on my website. This is the Book of Affirmation Self-Love. This is a brand new one. I'm autographing them right now. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book with so much power in it. And so I was doing one of the pages. If you want the book, if you want the autograph book, come to my website, tanyatko.com. If you don't want an autograph, you could go to Amazon. I sent inventory to Amazon. Their inventory in the United States is going to be in on, they say, around February 15th. Right? And in the UK, the box is on the way to the UK. So listen, you all said you wanted the book in the UK. So you all have to pay. Oh my goodness. If you want to know how much it costs to ship 126 books to the United Kingdom, my goodness. When they told me the price, I almost walked out the shop, honestly. When they told me how much it costs to ship the books, I almost walked out the shop. But I was like, you know what? People said they want it in the UK, so I decided to go forward. However, the cost is built into the cost of the book in the UK. And so I'm going to send it to Europe next, but just know that it's not, this is part of what makes goods cost so much. It's the cost of shipping and tariffs and all that other stuff. It was crazy. Cabri is saying, nice, I can't wait to get mine. Tony is saying, I need the book. How do I get your book? Go to tanyatko.com. And Piece of Candy is saying, I can only imagine. No, I don't think you can imagine how much it costs, because even I wasn't prepared for it. I asked my sister, I was like, how much do you think it costs to ship this box? And she was like, $100. I was like, try again. She was like, not more than 150. I was like, girl, yes. So is Sweden considered a part of Europe? Because if it is, I'm going to be shipping the books to Europe next. I just had to emotionally brace myself because I was not prepared for the cost of that shipping. Martha is saying, if you have a hard time developing a relationship with the Lord, get the book. I'm curious, how did the book strengthen your relationship with the Lord? So Brown Sugar is saying, so it's better to buy in Amazon. I'm in London. So it depends. If you want the autograph copy, you'll get it from my website. If you just want the regular copy, you can just, they haven't gotten the books yet. I just shipped them on Friday. So they haven't gotten them yet in the UK. They've received them in the US because I shipped out 2 boxes to the US, Canada, and Mexico, and then to the UK. So I'm going to ship Europe next. And I don't know how many people are in Asia. Because I also have Asia on the manifesto, but I'm just like, whew. It just filling out all that paperwork and international stuff is just, whew. This is what I'm saying. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to shift, to change. I know we're all over the place, but I don't care. It's 4:30 in the doggone morning. I have a right to be all over the place. How funny. And Alicia is saying shipping fees from my vendors are ridiculous also. I feel you. Samara is saying, yes, Sweden is in Europe. Okay, so yeah, so Europe will be next. Look, because people are always breaking up and doing all types of crazy things. So because UK broke away from Europe and now the books going to UK Amazon are not going to the rest of Europe. So now we have to, and so Lukunle is saying, we need the book in Africa. Any arrangements for that? All right. I'm glad that you said that because each time I talk about getting the book into different markets, there's always somebody who says, look, we need the book in Africa or we need the book in Asia. But then when I ask more questions, nobody follows up. So I'm going to ask you, since you're on this broadcast. All right. In Africa, in Amazon, where are you getting your books from? Are you getting your books from Egypt or are you getting your books from what's Morocco? Where are you, which Amazon location are you getting your product from? That's what I need to know so that I can get the books into that warehouse. So if you can answer that question, I can work on getting a box out there. The issue then becomes also the currency conversion, because the books are 20 US dollars. And then when it gets converted into the currency from your country, plus the shipping fees, will people be able to invest in it and invest in it with ease? You know what I mean? So let me know that. Okay. So I'm sorry, are you saying that there's an Amazon warehouse in Nigeria? Oluk. Okay, can I call you Kunle? Because it's difficult for me to put both of them together. I'm going to try. Oluk Kunle. Are you saying that there's an Amazon warehouse in Nigeria? Is that what you're saying? So Canada, you get from the U.S. warehouses, so don't worry about that. Canada and Mexico are taken care of. But nonetheless, I feel like we're getting off track. Because you all are repeating things or asking questions that are. Lynette is saying she's sleepy and can't sleep while I'm live. You know what? You can go to sleep actually if you just turn off the lights and listen to the sound of my voice. You'll be able to go to sleep. There's not going to be any cursing people out in this live. And so Hood Celebrity is saying, yeah, I heard you ask this question several times. Exactly. And so now we're waiting for Kunle to answer us back. And we're just waiting for the answer. We're just waiting for the answer, you know? All right. So, nonetheless, creating change takes a tremendous amount of effort. It takes a tremendous amount of moving the forces and the powers around you to your will. You know what I mean? To your will. And let's see, I'm waiting. We've not heard back from. And so, which currency is this? I don't know what a KSH is. Is that a Kenyan silver hopper? I don't know. You have to tell me what that is. Dilla is saying my baby finally went to sleep, but in my bed. Okay. How old is your baby? All right. Okay, so baby is said that they sent me a letter about Biden erasing women's rights with the executive order. You know what? I saw that. I just find that whole thing so distressing. I find that whole thing so distressing. Okay, so a Kenyan shilling is KSH. Okay, is that affordable for you? Is that affordable? I need to know, is it affordable? Oh my goodness, Black Budafly does not sleep. All right. And Antonia is saying, love your videos. They've helped me sleep. Yeah, thank you. All right. So what type of book is it? It's a book of affirmation. So you rewrite the affirmations and it changes your life. For those of you who don't know. And so Antonio's saying, love your videos. They've helped me. Oh, I just read that. All right. Well, I appreciate you. So anybody who knows me knows that because of TKO Skin, I do not endorse any other skincare or hair care products. And so I don't endorse any. So that's that. Okay. And Glowing is saying, I just discovered you on YouTube. You're amazing. Yeah, I hear you. Please don't advertise in my comments. I'm just letting you all know that. The best way to get more eyes on your page is to advertise to people that you know and tell them to spread the word, because word of mouth is the best form of advertisement. Oh, all right. Thank you. So Buddha has insomnia. I hear you. So Lynette says your videos are always bomb. Your face expression should be printed and sold on a t-shirt. Oh my goodness, what type of t-shirt would that be? And so Sheila is saying would be about 8,000 Naira. Yeah, I mean, so 8,000 Naira, we're talking about, that is, I can't remember what people are getting paid. I believe people are getting paid like 30,000 Naira a month, right? So John Brown Ifedi is saying, yes, there's an Amazon warehouse in Nigeria. Okay, well, unfortunately, it is not. I need somebody to tell me where the Nigerian warehouse is. Is it a processing center or is it a warehouse? Because I am not shown that there is a warehouse for me to ship my books to in Nigeria. They have Morocco and they have Egypt. That's it. They don't have Nigeria on the list. So I don't know how other people are getting their books there. So I need to find out. I need to look. I need to find out more information about that. I believe they also have one in South Africa. I'm not sure. You know what? As a matter of fact, I can tell you all right now, but I don't want to. I don't want to skew the video into just being about shipping books. You know what I mean? Because I really want to talk about creation. That's what I want to talk about. Oh my goodness. I want to talk about creation and I want to talk about creating change in your life. Oh my goodness. Goodness. All right. So Sarita is saying, Old Duck in Switzerland, your videos have saved me. I know nothing about your products, but I'm loving it. Receive my products through Germany. Thanks. Okay. So Europe makes it easy. UK makes it easy. Getting product into Asia, it comes in through Tokyo, or in Africa, it comes in through Morocco, Egypt, or I believe South Africa. And none of those places are close to Nigeria. So I don't know how they do it, unless that's the main shipping center and then they just send it out to different parts. So maybe Egypt covers the Northeast, Morocco covers the northern and middle west, and maybe South Africa covers east and west coming up from the bottom. I don't know how Amazon does it. So Tavares is saying, I work for Amazon, most likely as a fulfillment center. I don't know. And Dewana say, talk about it, then change my life. Thank you. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. And somebody saying, you were saying about Biden. Oh, my Lord, we're all over the place this morning. This is too much. This is too much. Martha is saying, in order to have change in your life, you have to change your mind. Absolutely. And I think that there has to be the desire on the inside for change. I think that we first have to recognize that there is an issue that we need to look at, that there's something that we have to put our attention on. Something that just doesn't feel right. Like, how do you know if in your life you need change? Cabria is asking, so you can't use a flight to Africa to do what? To spend $1,500 on a ticket to bring a box of books over and then fly back? Girl. And so let's see. Gloria is like, I just tuned in. What's the topic? I'm gonna have to look away from the comments for a moment. I'm gonna have to look away because the comments are distracting me. All right. Talking about change and creating change in your life. All right. That is the topic this early morn. Regardless of where you are in the world, besides, I believe, Australia and New Zealand and stuff like that, I think it's nighttime over there, right? But nonetheless, this morning we're talking about change. How do you know when you need change in your life? How do you know when you're finished changing? I don't think that we ever get to a point where we are done shifting and done healing. I think that when we get to that point, it's time to transition out of incarnating, because I believe we come back several times in order to be able to create shifts inside of our lives. So when you're done that, I think it's time for you to just finish coming to earth. So I think it's an ongoing process. And I think that we have to take a look at the function of our lives, take a look at how our relationships look, how our internal relationship is, how we are with being vulnerable, being real, what our self-love feels like, what our love for other people feel like. Can we love deeply and intrinsically? Are we in turmoil? Do we feel numb? Because when you numb yourself to pain, you also numb yourself to pleasure. So there are many of us who have had to deal with tragedy. In order to deal with that tragedy, We've made ourselves numb. So if you do feel numb, if you don't feel much of anything, if you have, because there are ways that you can use NLP to take your focus off of a thing, to shift your focus. However, what other things are you shifting focus away from by attempting to shift your focus away from the pain? Because we have to go through the motions. You know, I had this, I don't want to call it an out of body experience, but I had this awareness that without the human body, that you can't feel the sun, that you can't feel the breeze, the wind blow, that you can't feel the cold, the crisp cold of winter on your cheeks, or that hot, searing heat of summer on your brow. You can't feel these amazing things. You can't feel the feeling of your feet walking across the ground. Without the human body, you don't have these senses. There's a beauty to incarnating in the human form. And with that comes the the parts of being human that are uncomfortable, you know, like creating shift, creating change. So, to make a long story short, creating change takes a tremendous amount of effort. It takes awareness, it takes vulnerability, it takes diving in, it takes doing the hard work, rolling up your sleeves. That's what it takes. And so I encourage you to continue to read, continue going to workshops, continue hiring life coaches, continue doing the work, continue watching videos like mine and pondering over the things that we talk about. Continue coming to events like the Galentine's Day event where where you're with a person who you trust, like me, to guide you through the process of seeing your internal issues and working to shift and alleviate those things. Okay, so I think I got my full message out. Now I'll come back to the comments and see what you all are saying. All right. And so Martha is saying, we need Jesus in every area of our life. Change can only happen for the better if you trust God. And I think that one of the things that you have to do is realize that the belief in Jesus and the belief in Jesus as God is one layer. And when we continue to peel back the layers and when we continue to get a deeper understanding of who it is that we are and why we're here, you realize, you know, how they said in the Matrix, how they were looking at the spoon and trying to bend the spoon with your mind. And the little boy was like, the true trick is to realize that there is no spoon. When you dive deep enough into God consciousness and universal source energy, you realize that you are God. When you look into Jesus's teachings enough, you realize that Jesus was against religion. You realize that Jesus did not want to differentiate himself from you and he or any other human being, and that Jesus wanted you to see the God inside of you in the same way that he said that, you know, there was the God inside of him. So I think that when it comes to our religious beliefs, our spiritual beliefs, I believe that it's appropriate for us to hold our own beliefs true to what it is that we know in our own level of understanding. I have had a near-death experience. And I know that there's a lot more to life than many of us think. So I'll just leave it at that. But I'm just saying, there's a book called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. Peel back the layers, because a lot of what we think is very different than what is. You know what I mean? So listen, do not advertise on my page. I'm going to tell you one time, and then after that, you're going to lose your commenting privileges. Do not advertise on my page. Don't advertise your YouTube videos. Don't advertise your Facebook videos. Don't advertise your page. Don't advertise other people's videos. Do not advertise in my comments. And Mary is saying, me and God are one. Okay. Dewana is saying, I am that I am. Wonderful. Martha is saying, There is no other way. And if that is what you choose to believe, then believe that for yourself. Don't attempt to force that onto other people. Jessica is saying, I'm not sure if I can be hypnotized. Jessica, have you ever cried while watching a movie? If you've cried while watching a movie or was driving on the highway and got into deep thought and missed your exit, or walked into the kitchen and were on your way to do something, you opened up the refrigerator and you realized and you forgot what it is that you came here for, you can be hypnotized. And that's where the vulnerability comes in. It takes being vulnerable and giving into the process to allow yourself, like if you fight it, like I was in hypnotherapy school for 2 years, right? If you fight it, then no, you can fight hypnotherapy, but why? You can fight it, but why? When you can give into it and get the healing. Like hypnosis and hypnotherapy are different things. Hypnotherapy is used for healing. So why fight it? If you fight it, you won't get what it is that you need. And so Felicia is saying, I do believe that the Holy Spirit, which is God that lives inside of us through Jesus. If you look deep enough, you'll know that historical data shows that there was never a person who fit the description of Jesus who ever lived on earth. There's no documented proof that a person named Jesus or Yeshua, a person who fit the description, who performed miracles and did all of this stuff, that there is no documentation in living record that this person ever exists. There's nobody of that time frame who so when it comes to these sorts of things, listen, dive deeper, believe whatever it is that you want to believe if it's helping you. However, don't force it onto other people. You know what I mean? Don't force it onto other people. If that is your current understanding, then I respect your current understanding, and that's cool. I respect it. Respect ours. Okay? Respect ours. Respect ours. Tamika is saying religion was designed to keep us bound. Martha is saying, if I can ask, just how do we as people not speak of God being the only way when this is the way that I know? And just because that's the way that you know, I want you to read Plato's Allegory of Cave. I'll describe it for you in case you don't want to invest the time in reading it. So there was this person in a cave, and they were looking at the wall of the cave, and they saw these figures moving on the wall of the cave. And the person who was in the cave came up with an explanation for what those figures were, what they meant, how they got there, what they were doing. They came up with an entire explanation. When the person, after a certain amount of time, when the person turned the corner in the cave and started walking and going into different nooks and crannies of the cave, they found an opening. And when they got to the opening of the cave, they looked out and they realized that the figures that were moving on the wall were actually people who were dancing by a fire. And the reflection was reflected onto the wall of the cave. So when they were in the cave and the cave was all that they knew, they made and they created an explanation for what these figures were moving on the wall. When they began to move and shift and transition and move into a different state of awareness, they had greater understanding and more perspective because they had received more information to give a different explanation for what the figures were moving on the wall. So if you have a certain understanding of what God is to you, and it works for you, it gives you a sense of peace and fulfillment, then by all means, enjoy that sense of peace and fulfillment, right? However, people who are of a different understanding, if a person said to a person in the cave, no, those are people dancing by a fire, the first question would be, what is a fire? So it's like you may not understand everything. You may have a certain level of awareness for where it is that you are on the journey. I am telling you, I had a near-death experience. And the realm that I went into gave me a different level of understanding. The entity that I was in this realm with was an entity, a knowing and understanding that I have as being my higher self. I could feel the energy of this being, and I knew you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to allow you all to feel whatever it is that you feel. Just respect other people's right to feel what it is that they feel. You know what I mean? And so now we're getting into a religious argument in the conversation. And what I want us to do is to respect one another's religious and spiritual beliefs. If we can do that, that would be great. Because it makes no sense to argue down the person in the cave about what those figures are on the wall, because the person is still in the cave. The person has to come out of the cave to get a greater, broader perspective for what is. Because as we are here in human form, there are a lot of things that we don't understand. There are things that we don't understand about time. There are things that we don't understand about time space continuum and how time is not past, present, future. Time is all happening right now as we speak. The you of the future is living as you are right here. And there are many branches from, and it's like it's hard for our human minds to conceptualize that there are many branches of our existence that are existing right now. And there are many of us with the consciousness that we have in this form of our God body that is actually jumping around through different places in our timeline. Because there are those of us who remember when Jif peanut butter was called Jiffy. There are those of us who remember when the Monopoly man had a monocle. There are those of us who remember when Curious George had a tail. There are those of us who remember a different spelling for Looney Tunes. There are those of us who remember a different spelling for I forget some of the other ones, but some of us remember Sex and the City. Others of us remember Sex in the City. So we have access to astral traveling, who it is that you are in the future. Like if you meditate onto that person that exists in the future, you can connect with your future self to give you guidance for where it is that you need to go right now. However, if your understanding is that Jesus is the light and Jesus is the way, then by all means, enjoy that understanding, be in that and enjoy it fully. Continue to ask questions, continue to dive deeper. I mean, when I was 9 years old and I started asking about Noah's Ark, there were some questions that my Bible school teacher just could not answer and just told me to just, to just accept it. Just don't question it, just accept it. And when we talked about why Jesus or why God would kill everyone on earth with this flood, I digress. Let's continue going forward. Let's continue going forward. Okay. And so Olivia is saying, what you just started talking about, the other entity that was your higher self, beautiful, bang on. Bang on. That sounds so British. Bang on. Wish you had kept going. This is it. That is all there is. It can be understood. And the orientation of the higher self can be lived through awareness. Beautiful. And Piece of Candy is talking about the mandala effect and also speak on it. And Kimon is saying, Tanya, I'm a free thinker. I believe in many things. Yeah. So it's like, and Shakina is saying, I can see most of the, I can't see most of the comments you can see. No, because we're broadcasting on 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. As you look over here, as you see right by your face is a little red YouTube symbol. But when I click on this person, you see there's a blue Facebook symbol. And then can somebody from Twitter comment so I can show them what the Twitter comments look like? And so Kristen said, have you ever thought maybe the figures on the wall is what you saw in your near-death experience? Jesus is the actual God. What you're doing right now is abusive. It's abusive. And I was wrong. So for those of you who are sleepy and you want to sleep, you may want to turn off the video because I am going to begin cursing soon if people continue to try to smear themselves onto me. Keep whatever it is that you believe to yourself. If that's what you choose to believe that and respect other people's belief. I did not see figures in the cave. Please don't get yourself cursed out this morning. Okay? That is Plato's Allegory of cave. It is a philosophical point of teaching and learning and understanding. Go pick up a book. Go read about Plato's Allegory of cave. Educate yourself, please. I don't want to have to curse you out this morning. So please, I think next step is going to be for me to start blocking people. If you want to get blocked, continue to try to push your religious beliefs onto other people. That is abusive. I have already told you, respect other people's belief. We respect yours, respect ours. It's as simple as that. You don't have to get cursed out and blocked this morning. Okay? And before I start cursing, I will warn you all right? Because I can already feel it beginning to rise up inside of me. So, all right. Kimon is telling me to woosah. All right. I'm a woosah. Okay. And Dila is saying, I love how calmly you said that. Yes, because, I believe we all have control and cursing a person out is a choice. It's a choice. So I'd like to give you all fair warning so that you're not there laying in your bed, drifting off to sleep to the calm sound of my voice when I start gnashing out some curse words at people. You know what I mean? And Tori is saying, Tanya, we don't like when you talk to the Facebook folks, they always starting. Yeah, Facebook is a whole different, it's real bizarre on Facebook. Like people on Facebook, I don't know what's going on there, but it's just weird. Nicole is saying, please keep telling us about your experiences. So I will, so Rejoice is also asking, what can you recommend for me for healing from abuse from the past? There's this book by Lundy. I believe it's Paul Lundy. Is the book is by, I believe it's Paul Lundy. And it's called Why Does He Do That? And it talks about abuse in relationships, a male on female abuse. And it gives you greater, deeper perspective. I believe that as human beings, that we know we have access to knowing. And I believe that there are people like me, there are books, there are other things that you will be guided in the direct right path to come upon the information that you need to help your mind come back into the awareness that you already knew. So get the book, Why Does He Do That? If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, this book may provide understanding and depth and perspective for you. There's also a book called Conversations with God, which answers questions that many preachers and pastors just really can't. It's a book by a man who was on the verge of suicide, and he heard this voice as clear as you can hear anybody speaking. And he decided to begin to write on a letter. And in the letter, he began to ask questions. And as he asked the question, the awareness and the knowing for the answer came. And he began to write those too. And it turned into a 3-book series that is so very deep and profound that when you read it, you'll gain a greater understanding, greater depth and perspective for many things that you may have questioned around you. Getting a therapist, ways to heal from abuse. Get a therapist. Oh, so tired right now. Get a therapist, right? Get a therapist, speak with someone, get a support group, find a qualified person who matches with your personality. Don't just go for the first therapist you meet unless you're getting what you need in that relationship. Therapists are human too. So you may need to just interview several therapists and go with the one that you feel on the inside. Leander is saying he has published 5 books on it. I've read them. Leander, did you send me a private message on something? The name looks familiar. So I can't remember if you sent me a private message that I haven't had a chance to respond to. It's so interesting because I get a lot of letters and I'm not able to respond to everyone. This past week, I responded to a young lady and she was like, I hope Tanya is going to read this message. And I'm like, please understand, because I do read and respond to my messages, I'm not always able to write long responses. And I'm like, please know that I read what you wrote and accept this short message with all the love that is intended. And I told her to get therapy, right? And then she wrote me back saying that she wanted to cancel her subscription. So for those of you who don't know, there are ways that you can contribute to me monthly. It's typically in the description of each video. It's not in the description of this video because I didn't put it in there, but typically it's in the description how you can support the channel monthly. And she wrote back and was like, I can't believe, she was like, I'm disappointed you wrote me back, and something along the lines of why I wrote her such a short message, like what she wrote to me didn't matter. And I'm thinking and she was like, I want to cancel my subscription. And I was like, if she only knew the number of people who I don't get a chance to respond to, and that I took the time out to respond, that instead of looking at what it is that she did have, she was looking at what it is that she didn't. And I mean, you all know me, so you know how I probably responded. I unsubscribed her, and I gave her whatever it is that she gave me back, because I'm not the type of person who contorts myself for money. I don't. And nobody is going to be able to, behind the scenes, crack any type of whip at me and demand that I behave how they behave because they've paid money. I don't do that. I don't do that. People who contribute monthly contribute because we know and we understand energy and the transfer of energy and how money is energy. And when we are receiving, in the transfer of energy, we give and we receive even more, and we give what we can and we receive what we can. So no. Okay, so Leander says it was on WhatsApp and regarding shipping, but it's all sorted. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so Kristen is saying, Tanya, I really respect you and love your videos. I wasn't trying to take a dig at you. I was simply trying to ask, how do you not know you are not the one who is wrong? Well, your statement talked about a cave. I didn't have a near-death experience and see some doggone cave. What are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. You have to listen. You have to listen. I said Plato's Allegory of cave. This is not about taking a dig at me. It's about respecting, right? And when we have a near-death experience and we are on the verge of leaving this realm, there are different things that you have access to that you don't have access to in this realm. And so when we talk about level of understanding and knowing, a person who is coming at it from the teachings that they have received from other men, from books written by man, and in their interpretation, there's a difference between that and when you experience a thing for yourself. When you have a near-death experience, please come back to me and tell me what it is that you gathered during your near-death experience. Don't tell me about the stuff that you learned from men, that you read at the hands of man. Don't tell me about that stuff. Keep that to yourself. If you want to go and you want to proselytize to other men and other women who have a similar understanding that you do that. But until you've had a near-death experience, until you've had the choice to leave this earth and experience the things that happen to a person when they are given the choice to die, don't, like I said, I have respect for how it is that you feel. and what it is that you know. I have respect for that. So please go on. Continue on. Continue on. Nobody's trying to take your Jesus from you. Just continue on. Enjoy your Jesus. Enjoy your Bible. Enjoy those things. I don't I don't it's like I don't understand. I don't understand how 2 and 2 is not making 4. I don't understand that. We got Tanya Walker in the house. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And so Rachel is saying, I had a near-death experience too, was awesome. And Shortcakes is saying, just block her, Tanya. Oh my goodness, Bobby's in the house. And so Kristen is saying, I know about Plato's cave. Listen, Kristen, I really like you too. I'm just letting you know the next stupid thing. The next disruptive thing that you comment is going to get you blocked this morning. So if I were you, I would ease up because you are on the verge of being blocked because you're being disruptive unnecessarily so. And and remember when I said that your comment was abusive, you're now taking away from other people's experience because you are whoring for attention so badly this morning. And I'm not your pimp or your John. And I really want you to check yourself and do what it is that you need to do for yourself to get yourself in order, because we don't have the capacity here. Whatever issue it is that's going on inside of you, we're not trained and qualified in that realm to be able to assist you in the ways that you need to be assisted this morning. So if you would like to get blocked, please continue, and you will never be able to comment on my page again, because I do not unblock once I do, because every single person who has gotten blocked has deserved it. So continue on. Let me see foolishness. Let me see foolishness. Martha is saying, don't block nobody, Tanya, please. You can go onto your page and make whatever it is that you decide to do on your page. Okay? Because I've already said what's going to happen to this young lady. So she can continue forward if she'd like to. She's being disruptive at this point. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we were saying, right? So we were saying, I forget where it is that we were, right? And so Felicia is saying, no, you don't have to be rude because she is, you can ignore her, sis. She is being pushy with her religion. That's all. Tanya, just ignore her. No, I already said what's going to happen. So it's not a matter of, because I'm reading through the comments. You see, what we like for our content creators to be able to read our comments. However, when there's a person who's being disruptive, right? So it's one of two things. Do you want me to read you all's comments or not? It can't be both. Because if there are comments coming through and they're disruptive, then okay, look at this. Hold on. Oh, it's going so fast. So Rachel is saying, I want to listen to your experience if you will share. I really don't, I'm not in a mood to share my near-death experience right now. So Shakina is saying, does your higher self have a gender, Tanya? That's interesting. That's interesting. And Taro is saying, this is a great talk for the morning. And Tanya's voice, of course. Bobby is saying never too early to get blocked. That's so funny. I just saw, hold on. We got London in the house. I just saw somebody say that they got their shopping list for the Galentine's Day. I didn't see. I cannot right now. I cannot. So Remy said, okay, I'm not even gonna read it. It's too funny. It's too funny. I can't find the comment, but so someone said that she got her let's see. So Britt is saying steel sharpens steels. That's how we help each other. Remember, all of our self-conscious is infringed, influenced, imprinted, and so forth, depending on the nature and nurture. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Cindy. Cindy just got the shopping list for Galentine's Day. Wonderful. If you all are coming to Galentine's Day, make sure that you sign up now. There's some people who like to wait till the last minute. If you do wait till the last minute, you won't be able to get your shopping list. And then you'll get it, but you'll have to then be running around trying to get the things that you need, because we are going to be mixing alcohol together in the night and we're going to be doing activities during the day. So you need to get your shopping list to be able to know, to get your easel, not your easel, your canvas and stuff like that, because we're doing arts and crafts, we're doing our healing sessions, we're doing our hypnotherapy, et cetera, et cetera. So thank you, Cindy. I'm glad. Those of you who are interested in coming to the Galentine's Day event, I put the links in the description. Remember, there are 2 events that day, the day of healing and the night of fun. So we have a DJ coming in the night, and there's a different ticket for the party, and there's a different ticket for the workshop that's happening in the daytime. So, all right. Emmanuel wants to know, is looking for a date. Emmanuel, keep still, young man. Keep still. And Kimon is saying, remember to buy party drink. Yeah, so I gave you all the ingredient list for okay, so what kind of rum for the Galentine's night? So I'm gonna leave that really kind of up to you. You can get whatever type of rum you want. You can get Bacardi, you can get, oh, what's the other rum? You can get, just as long as it's not a spice rum. You can get the I forget the name of that coconut rum with it's in a white bottle with the branches on it. I didn't give a name of the type of rum because it, to me, as long as it, you can get Myers, the Jamaican rum. You can get what it really depends on you. You know what I mean? Different people. So do you think that I should give the type of rum that I use? I didn't want to limit people. I didn't even give a name for the type of champagne. You know what I mean? So I'm really leaving it up to people to kind of, because anybody who is going to be mixing a drink, right, they most likely have already drunk before, right? So if you have a particular type of rum that you like, get the type of rum that you like. Me personally, I'm impartial to rum, as long as it's not that Arnold's cheap rum, you know what I mean, in the plastic bottle, as long as it's not that. And Shark is saying, is this a Zoom session? It is virtual, but it's not Zoom. We have 2 amazing venues that we're going to be using. And so we're going to be doing like networking. You're going to network with other knockouts. So you'll be doing like chat roulette, where you'll come into the networking session with other women, and you'll have 6 minutes to talk, meet other knockouts. I'm also going to be doing the chat roulette, so some of you will be able to have 6 minutes to talk with me. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. And so Rue is saying, you are bitter. I feel bad for you and prayed for you. Pray for yourself. Pray for yourself for why you're on someone's page who you feel is bitter. This is there's so many people out there who are married to people they don't want to be married to. They have people married into their family who they don't want in their family tree. They're connected to people by blood who they don't get along with. They're in relationships that they have paperwork. We don't have any paperwork. If you don't want to be on this page, go. It's very simple. It's so easy. This is actually one of the easiest things that you can do. You know what I mean? It's one of the easiest things you can do. Because you don't, I mean, you know how many people out there have baby mamas or baby fathers that that is corrupting their child. They send the child over to the other parent's house and the child come back with roaches in their bag and hair all messed up, crying, sleep, voice hoarse, or running around acting a fool, and they can't get away from this person. Well, please. You gotta let's when you can get out of a relationship. Bobby is saying rude, more like rude. She better go somewhere. But rude is actually, and I don't like when men chastise women. I don't like that energy, right? I like when men check and chastise other men. I don't like when they check and chastise women. I believe that, I don't like the energy of that. So rue is like regret, like with when you look at the definition of rue, it's from what it is that I know. I have actually never, I don't think I've looked, maybe I have, but rue is like when you will regret something, like rue the day, right? Like you'll regret the day or have terrible feeling on the inside about a thing that has transpired, And so Rue is saying, I watch you all the time, and you're spelled incorrectly, angry all the time. And when you mock people, it's a wrong thing to do. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? If you are on someone's page who you think is angry all the time, I have to question you and why you're still there. Do we be angry at the person who's angry or the person who keeps coming back? And Brian is saying, I check anybody, man, woman, little kids. Exactly. It's a very bitchy energy. Checking women is bitchy. I don't like it's a moist energy. I don't like, but a lot of Black men don't really understand. Many Black men really didn't grow up in a household with a man who was rooted in divine, in just a healthy, uplifted divine masculinity. You know what I mean? So they go out there kind of fractured into the world. And Leander is saying, seriously, Facebook folks need honey. No, you see, this is why sometimes I don't even broadcast on Facebook, because Facebook people, they're in a different realm, and Facebook doesn't pay for live videos. You know what I mean? So and Kayla is saying, when is she angry all the time? Appreciate the advice and wisdom she gives. If you watch her all the time and think she's rude all the time, then you are the problem. I think it's just strange. Tanya say, rue the day you met me. Precisely. People tell on themselves. People tell on themselves all the time. All right. Nonetheless, so if you have a particular type of alcohol, a type of rum that you like, get that. You know what I mean? To me, it's not as important as, as being able to, bring the ingredients together. And Emmanuel is saying, hey, give me a chance. You see a man interested in you, but you're not giving him a chance. I'm supposed to give every man commenting in my comments who's quote unquote interested. You see, I know what it's like to be interested in a person who I see online. I know what it's like. And it's not about trying to shoot a shot in the comments. You know what I mean? That's lazy. That's lazy. That's lazy. I had a crush on this commentator. Some of you knew who he was because you just knew who he was, but I had a crush on this commentator once. And I learned so much about this person and found ways to get myself be known. You know what I'm saying? I listen. You know what I mean? Mimi is saying this is not the place or time. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's very interesting because those of you who know how to get in contact with me know how to get in contact with me. You know what I mean? Listen, Jessica is saying, Emmanuel, what? LOL. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. Listen. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Marlita is saying, thanks for making me laugh this morning. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Bessie is like, what did I wake up to? Listen, child, I don't know. Vincent is saying TKO, your voice enactment, actress by birth. No, I feel you. Rachel does not feel in Facebook. You know what? Let me see. Because I'm thinking about disconnecting the Facebook feed because the Facebook, look at the Rob is like, shut the I don't even know who Rob is talking to. Rob, you need to qualify. Because if there's a person on my page telling me to shut up, that person need to go. I can't this morning. I can't. Why is this happening? Linda's saying, how does a man check a woman? Does he twist his neck, snap his fingers, suck his teeth, and roll his eyes? Men checking women is sissified energy. Yeah, I don't like the energy of it. I don't like the energy of it. I like when men check other men. There's more of a masculine energy to that. And you have to be very careful with how you check other men, but men do need to be checked by other men. And so Manice is saying, how can I get to love myself better, please? I like your way of talking. Well, it depends on what are the things that are getting in the way of self-love. What are the things that are stopping you from loving yourself? What are the things that come up? I'm creating an online course, right? Negative self-talk killer. I'm doing a course on negative self-talk killer. And I'm glad you brought that up because I wish that I could have referred you to that resource. But what are the things that are stopping you from loving yourself? What's getting in the way? Is it image? Is it childhood? Is it education? Is it place of living? Is it money? You have to figure out what is it that are the things that are coming up that you're like, I don't love myself about these things. And you just have to work on those things. So you don't have to disclose that in the comments, but those are things that you're going to need to look at, Who's advertising on my page now? Oh, gosh, let's see. So Joanna is saying, I'm just tuning in from Facebook. I could definitely move to YouTube if need be. Listen, I know that's right because these people are about to get cut off. Okay, so here's this person. So you see, let me make mention of this person, right? Because this person creates several different accounts every single day to stalk and harass the people who are commenting on my page to say that they have some sort of reading for them. And I continue to block this person, but this person continues to make more and more profiles. You do not have a reading for anybody on my page. Stop being what's the word? Is it a parasite? Stop being parasitic and hoping to be able to bite off of the crumbs from my page. Go build your own audience, Baba. Go build your own audience and go give your audience some readings, because here you are getting blocked. It's unbelievable. All right. Prince is saying, no, don't disconnect. Listen. All right. Oh my goodness. The Moody. Wait. Are you talking about G Moody when he came on the show? I saw a video he was doing yesterday, and he was telling me to come back. When can he come back on? Listen, I know, right? I know. People got jokes in the comments. They got jokes. So, and Valerie wants to know if this is truly live. That's funny. That's funny. Sit is saying, what is your Twitter? My Twitter is Tanya TKO. All right. So listen, anyway, we have been on for an hour and 16. We'll give it 14 more minutes. We'll do an hour and a half, and then we'll jump off of here. And then we'll go from there. But Valerie, what is it that makes you feel that this is not live at this moment? I want to know. Because the things say live, don't it? What is it that makes you feel? Okay, so Martha is come back to say, well, Tanya, I can only say to you, I am deleting me along with you. You are not on the same page in life. Anyway, I believe in God and you don't. Respect my beliefs and I'll respect yours. I have no problem with that. The majority of the people on your page believe in God. That's a fact. You have a problem accepting people who think different from you. That's not right. You need to stop. How can you be so controlling? I advise everybody to leave this platform. This lady is so far through. She's so far through. Listen. Listen, I would love for that person. I would love for that person to give the minute and second where I disparaged anybody's religion. It's like people want to come up with the narrative to be able to suit them. You know what I'm saying? They want to come up with the narrative. Oh, goodness. So silly. I know. Brown Sugar shaking her head. Oh my God, Martha. I know, right? And for Rachel thinks I'm going to drop a stink bomb on someone. No, I'm not in the mood for all of that. For a whole paragraph. She's so far from. Oh, goodness. Wasting time, she said. So anybody who was here for what it is that I said, I would love for them to give me the minute and second for when I disparage somebody else's religion. And Shannon is saying, okay, Christians say to respect their religion, but most have no respect for others' beliefs, coming from someone that is agnostic. No, I hear you exactly. I hear you. Fred is saying, how much and when for your course? I love your way of thinking and the awareness you bring to your videos. So the course is going to be $199, right? However, if you do an upgrade, you can get it for $99. So if you buy another product and upgrade to that one, you can get it for $99. So the negative self-talk killer is going to be, it's going to be $97 if you get the upgrade, $197 if you don't have the upgrade. So you just have to figure out a way to figure out which products will offer you that pop-up upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Tanya is saying Crazy wakes up early in the morning. They say freaks come out at night. I guess Crazy wake up in the morning is what you're saying. Felicia is saying, Martha, Martha, Martha. Listen. Listen, I feel you. And Tomika is saying, you respect others' right to believe whatever they want. Precisely. Lioness is talking about social media missionaries. No, it's exactly. Adero is saying, you have never discouraged or belittled anyone's religion. I don't know what old girl is talking about. And Rob is saying, $200? Yes, $197. Absolutely. Invest in self-healing. I told you can get it for $97, but that's how much it costs. That is how much it costs. To be able to get the tools to rid yourself of negative self-talk. Look, I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, right? And if you would like to be guided through a journey from a certified life coach and certified clinical hypnotherapist, you can invest in that course. Or you could just go onto Clubhouse for free and just get random miscellaneous, teachings from people who are unqualified and unvetted. You go ahead and do that. You do that. See, listen, I'm trying to let you know, because I used to have a lot of negative self-talk, and I developed a program to be able to get rid of that negative self-talk so that you no longer have those voices in your head talking crap to you, So that it's worth more than $197. You're talking about $200. You doggone right. Rob is saying, you selling hope? No, I'm giving solutions, and you are investing in the solution for yourself. You see this man with a business suit on talking about selling hope? I'm not selling hope. Not at all. I am a qualified person who is qualified to go with you through the journey to be able to rid yourself of negative self-talk. And so that is what I do. And so that is why the program costs money. You know what I'm saying? I have invested in being able to get myself knowledgeable of techniques to be able to help other people. And helping yourself is an investment. And Rob is saying you can cure voices. You see the blue F, right? You see the blue F. So you already know what it is. It's one after another on there. But then we have nice people like Joanna, who is like, invest in self. Exactly. Mary is saying, time to block Rob. He's getting on my nerves. Listen, I can't. Fayon is saying, too often people belittle therapy. Getting the mind healthy is one of the best things you could do for yourself. Exactly. Virginia is saying, if you're not interested, leave. Jessica's like trolling. KT. Why, FB, why? I think, you know what? Black Lily. I think there's a pathology that exists that transcends down. There's something going on Facebook. I don't know what it is, but something's going on Facebook. Rachel says, like investing in gold, exhale people. You know what? The thing about it is, I can't. I can't. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Baby is saying, did you get my message on your website about Biden's executive order? I did, and I acknowledged that earlier. You sent that message like an hour ago. Capricorn says Rob needs to get in the shower and get ready for work. You know what? You know it is Monday morning, so we're all gonna have to get up in a moment. And we're almost at what we got 5 more minutes left on the broadcast. So you all need look, Facebook rehab. Listen, Tanya has left Facebook and come over to YouTube because Facebook is just too it's too corroded over there. Oh goodness. All right. And look, Martha's back. Martha's back. Look. Martha's back. You fool! This woman is like Kim Jones and slaveries. Okay. Now this person who is this consummate Christian is now calling people names. See what I'm saying? It's like the hypocrisy. What would Jesus do? Whatever you feel Jesus would do right now, Martha, go do that. Go do what Jesus would do. Oh my Lord. Listen, this is too much. This is too much. All right. So yeah, so Rob is trolling. See, he's saying more like Cleo. So he's trying to make some jokes about call me now. You know what? Let me pull out my tarot cards. Give me a moment. So that we can really get the Christians off of the platform right now. Let me pull out my tarot cards. All right. Okay. All right. So if you want a card, I'm going to shuffle the deck and get a card to 3 people. 3 people, right? 3 people. Right? Let me see who those 3 people will be. All right. All right, let's see. Who will those 3 people be? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see who those 3 people will be. All right. You know what? My spirit is telling me the people who have gotten a ticket to the Galentine's Day event. If you want a card and you've gotten a ticket to the Galentine's Day event, tell me what your initials are. Let me see your first name and your last initial. And I will get a card for you right now. We are also going to be doing tarot at the Galentine's Day in the night part. That's going to be a fun thing. So you can either be out dancing. I'm going to be doing some tarot. So here we go. All right. So you want to make jokes about Miss Cleo, right? All right. So if you have gotten a ticket to the Galentine's Day event, so we have, all right. Who has gotten a ticket to the Galentine's Day event? All right. If you listen, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. If you have gotten a ticket to the Galentine's Day event, put up the number 5. If you would like a tarot card, just give me your first name and last initial. So I need you, because there are a lot of people putting up their first and last, I need you to put up the number 5 and your first name and your last initial. And I will go and take a look. Okay. So Mary Prince says she has a ticket to the Galentine's Day event, and we have Mary A. Let me take a look and see. I'm just going to confirm that. Did you get a ticket to the, okay, you know what? I need to look because they're 2 different tickets, 2 different tickets. So if you got a ticket to the daytime event, put up You know what? Let's change the numbers because now we've already used 5. So let's change the numbers real quick, right? Let's change the numbers. So look, he's not going. I don't think he's going to work today. The man is getting ready to ingest marijuana through his lungs. I cannot. So, okay, let's do 6 and 7. If you're coming to the daytime event, put up a 6 and put your first name and your last initial. If you're coming to the nighttime event, put up a 7, your first name and last initial. I'm going to take 3 people. The first 3 people to do that. The first 3 people. I need you to put up the numbers so I can see. Okay. So Mary says she is, so we got Mary, Prince, daytime. Okay. Rachel is saying, how do I get a ticket? The tickets are in the description. The links for the tickets are in the description. Okay, so we have, let's see. So we have Cindy, daytime and nighttime. So it's Cindy SSYN, Sydney, not Cindy, Sydney. All right, sorry about that. I know that must happen to you all the time. Sydney S, okay. So, and then the next one is just glowing that says LJ 6. So LJ 6. All right. So let me go and just confirm these. I'm just going to confirm the tickets. Give me 1 second. And then I'll start doing the readings. It's going to be just a quick little, maybe 3 or 4 card reading, but I know how I get when I start reading. So let's see. Here we go. So I'm looking at the daytime event right now. All right, so I see Sydney, so we got to check on that. All right, let's see. LJ. I don't see an LJ. I don't see an LJ, sorry. Tell me what your first name is. So I don't see LJ. I did see Sydney. So let me see the other one. So Mary A. Let's see. Mary, I don't see your name here. I do not see Mary's name here. So I'm going to take other people. Let me go back and just make sure that I'm in. Yep, I'm in a daytime event. Mary, I don't see your name. Nope. So I'm going to come back to the comments. Sorry, Mary, I don't see your name. So Mary, are you coming to the daytime event or the nighttime? Because I do not see you on the list for the daytime event. I'll check the nighttime one. I'll check the nighttime event. Because you would get the list for either of them, because the list is going to people who are coming to the event. So I'm going to check the list for the nighttime event, and then we'll go from there. And you need to give me the name that you registered under, because I don't know if you registered under a different name. So, I do not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Mary, you're not signed up for the daytime event. You're signed up for the nighttime event. So I see your name here. And let me look for LJ. I do not see LJ. I see. I don't see an LJ. So LJ, are you sure? Felicia, please don't use slurs, because if I'm looking at the comments and I see, I just start blocking. So let's not use slurs. Okay. All right. So LJ, I don't see you on the list. So what's going on? So I'm gonna pull somebody else. If LJ, I don't see you. So the next person up is Black Lily. And Black Lily, you said you're going to, okay, and you said it's TC. You're going to both? All right, let me check and see. Let me check and see. All right, TC, I see you. I see you. All right, so let's jump into it. So I'm sorry, LJ. Listen, don't be vulgar, or I'm going to put somebody in a timeout. Please don't be vulgar on my platform, because I don't know what's going on, what comments you all are having. All right, so let's go forward. All right, so first person up is Mary. Mary, remember, you have to, if you plan on coming to both events, you need to get tickets to both of them, not just one, because you won't get your notification until the nighttime, and the daytime event would have already been done. So you're not on the daytime list, Mary. I'm just letting you know. All right, so Mary, here we go. I'm going to do 3 cards for you. Mary, what is your question? What is your question? Tell me what your question is. And so Kelly is saying, I love this. I'm so happy I found your video. Okay. What is it that you love about this boondoggle? This brouhaha that we are in the midst of right now. This is craziness going on. Mary? Go ahead. What is your question, Mary? I'm going to give you a quick 3-card reading. Mary, you over here talking about block. I need your question. You worried about the wrong thing right now, Mary. You worried about the wrong thing. I need your question. What is your question for the tarot? This is too much. You see, you're not paying attention right now, Mary. What are you doing? Oh, goodness, this is too much. All right. So this is Mary's question. Is why Black people's look. Okay, I'm going to answer your question. Don't worry. If that is your question, I'm going to pull tarot cards for that question. Why is Black people look? So here's your 3 tarot cards right here, because you playing. So let the tarot say what the tarot is going to say. All right. Okay. Here we go. This is what the tarot is saying. The tarot is saying that you are at the end of an era, and that you are blocking off your ability. You're blocking off your ability to really have fun in this life, that you are the one that's standing in the way of you enjoying and really fully having revelry in this lifetime. That is that right there. All right. Next question, we have Sydney. Sydney, what is your question? Listen, I ain't playing. Sydney, what is yours? All right. Virginia is saying, I live in Hawaii and can't attend your function. I would love a quick reading. Why can't you attend the function? It's virtual. All right. So Sydney's question is, will I graduate from school? Let's take a look and see. We're going to do a quick 3-card reading. So Tanya said Facebookers are drunk this morning. Child, I don't know what's going on. So let's take a quick look, Sydney. Let's see. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. Oh, my. Okay. All right. So this is one of the things that's coming up inside of your reading. Part of the issue that's happening with you in school is that there's a lot going on. And I'm seeing that there are a lot of different things that you have to choose from that are getting your attention. I'm seeing that there's a lack of focus. I'm seeing that also. So I am seeing an authority figure who is presiding over. This could be the authority figure at the graduation. However, there's a young man that's coming in the way. That's what I'm seeing. There's a young man getting in the way, Sydney. What's happening right now? What is going on? Who is this young man? That's the question I want to know. I want the answer to. Who is this young man? Okay, next up we have Black Lily. Black Lily, what is your question? Who is this young man? Natural is saying, answer my question, please, Tanya. I don't know what your question is. Rachel is saying, FB blocks good energy. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm only giving cards to 3 people, and those are the people who have invested in themselves by getting a ticket to my event coming up. For those of you who don't know, I am having a Galentine's Day event. Somebody in Hawaii said that she can't come, but but it's virtual, and we have 2 beautiful venues for you to come to. And so get on in, get your ticket, and come in for the Day of Healing. Mary, were you able to get your day ticket? Let me check on you, Mary. Let me check on the day ticket, because you're saying that you have the day ticket and you got the night ticket, but I don't see the day. I don't see you on the day list. So give me 1 second. Let me check again and see if you've corrected that. So far, it's going to be a nice, intimate event. There's 21 people signed up for the night party, and there are 18 signed up for the day party. Or not the day party, the Day of Healing, because it's not going to be a party. It's really going to be a day of really diving in and healing some of the things that we need to heal. Mary, I still don't see you on the daytime event. I still don't see you. I don't see you on the daytime event, Mary. You're not signed up yet. All right, so what is Black Lily's question? And Kimon is saying, I like this. Tarot reading Mondays. Have this more often, please. You know, I don't do tarot for free. I charge for my tarot. So I do tarot every once in a while, but I delete the videos to maintain people's privacy. Will I get over my anxiety and prosper this year? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see. All right. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So this is what the tarot is saying, right? The tarot is saying that there is a heart healing that you need, that your heart is stifled, right? And that there's a heart healing that you need to really be able to open your heart up to the Most High, to your higher self, that you really got to clear away those cobwebs from your heart, put those pieces back together. I'm seeing that one of the issues that you're having is that there is an internal feeling of poverty. I'm seeing that you used to be very abundant, but I'm seeing that the internal feeling of poverty has set in, and you have really got to change your mind state. You have to change your mind state from that internal feeling of poverty that you now have and turn into abundance, because I am seeing that abundance is available for you. However, you have got to be brave enough to dive in deep into creating those shifts. I'm seeing that it does not come without the shift. That's what I'm seeing. So those are the 3 people that I got. Actually, I feel like doing 2 more. If you have gotten a ticket to my Galentine's Day event, If you got a ticket to the daytime event, put up the number 6 and give me your first name and last initial. If you have gotten a ticket to the nighttime event, put up the number 7 and give me your first name and last initial. And I'm going to go check. So there's no putting up and thinking that you're going to fool me. Okay. So Mary is saying, okay, I'm confused. And so Mary is saying, you're now registered for Galentine's Night of Female Fun. Yes, there are 2 events, the Day of Healing and the Night of Fun. You are not registered. I do not see you registered for the Day of Healing. I only see you registered for the Night of Fun. Okay, the links are in the description. Okay, so Sophia is saying that's what she's saying. You signed up for the night, not the day. It's like, exactly. So she's saying, I will register for the day. Claudia says that she is registered for the night event, and it's Claudia P. Let's take a look and see. Okay, let's take a look. Claudia. Oh, Claudia. All right. Okay. All right. So we have, all right. So Claudia, I see you there. All right. Claudia, what is your question? What is your question? So we're going to take Claudia, and then I'm going to do one more after Claudia. So Andrique is saying, sorry, I live in Guyana. Can I come? Yes, it's a virtual event. You can come from all over the world. You can come from all over the world. And Mary is saying, is the webcam on my laptop okay to use? Of course. If you can see yourself and and the laptop is working. I mean, just for it, because when we go to do our facials and stuff, and when we do the networking, you're going to need to be on camera. So Claudia. Okay. So we got Hempress E. All right. So Hempress, you're the next person. So let me check. Let me just check and see. Okay. All right. I see you here, Hempress. All right. So let me get you on the list. All right. Claudia and Hempress. All right. Claudia, what is your question? What is your question, Claudia? And it is only for ladies. I will be doing a singles event in March 20th. So get prepared for that. Will the house bid we put in several houses, is it going to happen soon? Let's take a look and see. Okay. So Claudia, the connection that I'm feeling with you is a little shaky. And you see this part right here in the middle of my chest? I need you to imagine a light wire connecting us both. Just imagine a huge cable going from you to me filled with light wires. And I need you to connect it very tight on me, okay? Because I'm feeling gravel in the connection. So I need you to just pin in real tight, okay? All right, tighter. There we go, right there. All right, the house bid. Let's take a look and see. All right, let's see. Mm. Oh, wow. Let me pull another card because, okay. All right. So I'll tell you what it is that I'm seeing, right? And maybe you can make sense of what it is that I'm seeing, right? So one of the things that I'm seeing is that there is a surprise coming your way. And that surprise, when it comes, you're going, I'm seeing that you're going to be surprised. However, I'm also seeing the need for you to continue to move forward. I'm also seeing that there is a money issue, and I'm seeing the need for you to forgive yourself. Those are the four things that I'm seeing. I pulled an extra card for you because I was really only doing 3 cards, but I don't personally understand how this relates to your question, right? Because I don't know what the money issue is, and I don't know what the surprise is. So with you, the way your guides and your guardian angels, the way that they communicate is a little more clandestine. So some people's guides and guardian angels speak very forthrightly. Yours are sending a message to you that you know how to interpret. If you don't know how to interpret what it is that I'm seeing, follow up and I'll pull 2 more cards for you because I'm not really sure how this relates to your answer. Okay? I'm seeing there's a money issue. I'm seeing that there's a surprise that's coming that you have to continue to move forward and forgive yourself. So if you understand what that means, please let me know, okay? Because I don't necessarily know exactly what that means. You know what I mean? So Mary, please, I'm sorry, Claudia. Right, but so Claudia has followed up saying, we are trying to buy a house and we haven't been lucky to find one yet. I know, but I don't, do you understand what those cards mean? Okay, let me know. Rachel is saying, sorry, we shouldn't stigmatize FB, I guess. Oh, Lord. No, Facebook is something special. I don't know. You can always tell when Facebook is in on the feed. You know what I mean? You can always tell. I'm not. Jermaine, what's going on with you this morning that you have to be like this? Why are you like this? What are you talking about? Oh, Lord. You know, buying a home definitely changes things for you. You know what I mean? Buying a home definitely changes things. Rachel is saying, don't go. This is so fun. Mary, I need a follow. I'm not Mary. Claudia, I need a follow-up from you. Tanya saying, how do we get selected? I'm only reading tarot for people who have bought tickets to my event and who are on this broadcast right now. I am doing readings at the moment. I am. And SB is saying, why would you need to master renting when you can put that energy into mastering owning land? Listen. All right, so Hempress has come forward. Hempress has come forward and said, should I buy a home this year? All right, before I answer that, let's see what Claudia has to follow up and say. We have the money for the house down payment. I was living at my in-laws, but I had fell out with my sister-in-law and now we are not talking. So is this what I need to forgive myself for? Okay, so listen, like I said, the way your guides communicate is a little more cloaked than other people. So some people, their guides, they speak a lot and they speak forthrightly. Some people, their guides give messages in ways that are cloaked. So you have to dig within yourself. You know the answer to that. So we passed Hempress. Let's pull Hempress's question back up. Hempress says, should I buy a home this year? Let's take a look and see. All right. Here we go. Oh my goodness, the cards are jumping. All right, let's see. You have very effervescent energy, Empress. Let's take a look. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. Mm, mm, mm. Whew. All right. So one of the things that I'm seeing is that there's some unexpected things that are getting ready to come your way. And there's some things that you have not paid attention to. There's some, in terms of whether or not you should buy a house, there's an unexpected thing that's getting ready to come your way that is a result of some things that you've not paid attention to. And I'm also seeing that in terms of buying a house that you are not as stable. I'm seeing that you're not as stable as you could be in terms of the unexpected happening. So I would just dot all my I's and cross all my T's and just make sure that you have backup and contingency plans. That is what I see. If you understand what it is that I'm saying, you don't have to say anything, but I'm seeing that there's some things you're ignoring that you're not looking directly at right now. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So that is that. All right, Marius is lovely. People got jokes. Lovely is so silly. All right. Okay, so Claudia is saying, I guess because I blame myself for selling the house we had in Los Angeles, we moved to Arizona to temporarily stay at my in-laws, but that didn't go well. Unfortunately, I had a fallout with my sister-in-law, and now I'm back in California, separated from my husband. I'm at my friend's house now. My husband is at his sister's house looking for a house to bring my family back together, but I do blame myself for. So, okay, so you understand what the message is meaning then. So you understand. And Hempress is saying, thank you, I hear you. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, listen. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, so you understand. So you understand. Black Lily, I didn't hear the follow-up from you. And Mary, did we get the follow back up from Mary? So Kelly is saying, in case you're doing another reading, I have a ticket now. Don't worry, I'll be doing readings at the event. So we're having a DJ, and while the DJ is playing, you can come into the room, get a reading, and then go out, mingle, talk, socialize, have a good time. You know, have a good time. So I'll be doing readings at the thing, so you don't have to worry. It's going to be a closed event. So Hempress, I'll see you at Galentine's. Wonderful. Maybe I might come out tomorrow, not tomorrow, later today. I'm forgetting that this is a new day. I'm thinking it's still Sunday. So yeah. So just glowing, what happened to you? You said that you had the ticket, but I didn't, or was that you who said you had the ticket? Or was it someone else who said they had the ticket under LJ? What happened? Okay, just glowing. Did you get your ticket? Because I didn't see LJ. I didn't see LJ. So Rob is saying, readings not free? This guy, he's so silly. I don't know why I'm not offended by him. Some people are offended by him. I'm not offended by him. I'm not offended by him. Black Lily is saying, well, I understand what you said, and I know there are things blocking me. You are right. Thank you. Okay. Well, don't worry. When we get to the event, I'll be doing readings at the event. So we're going to have a paint and sip. We're also going to have so we're doing a paint and sip, and we're doing a hearts and crafts. I showed you the image of the hearts and crafts that we're making. You'll get an image of it inside your email as well. And then I'll send you over the shopping list so that you could be able to make the TKO punch, because we're making the TKO punch my favorite drink to drink. So you'll know what Tanya drinks. We're also going to be doing facials, and we're having a smoky eye contest. We're going to do our makeup together. We're going to dance at the dance party. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And the original DJ that I was going to have, He is not the man I thought he was, and it was difficult to come to that understanding. However, we found a much better DJ who is a much cooler person and somebody that I'm happy to have at our event, you know? And so Zipporah is saying, so she only answers certain people. Okay, listen, babe, there's no need to take anything personally. There's a lot of comments coming through. Remember, we're broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube, and the comments go by quickly. If I don't see your comment, just cut and paste. How is it that some people get their comments read and other people don't? And then some people feel all angst and all types of stuff about it. It's not personal. If you think it's personal, you have to look within yourself to think, why do you think a person whom you don't know, who doesn't know you, who's broadcasting live with hundreds of people on and looking at the camera? Because some vloggers, they vlog like this, looking down, and they're like, yeah, so no, but if I'm looking at the camera, I can't see the comments. It's as simple as that. Oh, Lord. Black Lily is saying, as long as there's no trap music. You never know. For the dance party, maybe people want to get ratchet. I'm going to have you all submit your song list. So, you know what I'm saying? And hold on. Felicia is saying, children never bother us when we are patient with children. Child, some children need a lot more patience than others. Listen, they will call your name over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Some patience is just, and they'll do things. They'll tell untruths. They'll do things that they know they're not supposed to do. You can get them to sign a contract of what it is that they're supposed to do. And they know, you put the contract right up on the wall or the refrigerator. They know, and they've signed their name that they know that they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. And they will still do what they're not supposed to do. And you have it there in writing. Some children require a lot more patience than others. Lovely saying, y'all ain't Megan, so no twerking. Our bones too old. Y'all silly. Listen, you better start doing some squats. Goodness. Rachel saying the eyes are the windows to the soul. Baby is saying men's testosterone has to lower for them to be good parents. It's scientific. Send us the scientific proof. Edwin is saying, does anyone know where the party is? Man, this is a party for just women. Stop this madness right now. Stop it. Oh my goodness. And Nia wants to, well, what's going on with your avatar, Nia? Talking about, are you married? Dear, are you? The looks of that. With the looks of that. All right. So Kelly is saying, uh-oh, I have a stupid question. This is an online event. I'm a dingy blonde. Well, listen, no, we're not judging your blonde, whether it's dingy or not. Wait, that's the way you spell dingy, right? I guess I don't know how to spell dingy. Yes, it's an online event. You know what? I'm going to Google this word now because I thought that's the way you spell dingy. Well, let's see. Dingy meaning. Let's see. So dingy is dark and often dirty, dark and also dirty, or place of material. So how do you spell dingy then? Let's see. Dingy. Let me put two G's there. Dingy. No, that's a Hindi word. So maybe it has an IE in it for dingy. Let's see. Okay. This is not it. What is a dingy? So then also it's spelled D-I-N-G-Y to be a little bit ditzy and not all there together. But listen, does it have an H in it? No, that's a boat, a dinghy. A dinghy is also a little boat, but that's spelled D-I-N-G-H-Y. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the spelling of dinghy/dingy. How interesting. How very interesting. So this right here is the boat. That's dinghy. This right here is also dingy and dingy. So let's see this spelling. D-I-N-G-E-E. Let's see that spelling. Let's see. Because this is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the spelling. Let's see. Dingy. It's not coming up as a word. Let me go to onelook.com. OneLook will help you look up many different definitions in one place. OneLook.com. And let me look up D-I-N-G-Y. D-I-N-G-Y. Depressing in character or color, thickly covered in ingrained dirt. They're saying it's dingy spelt like that. So then how do you spell dingy? American Heritage Dictionary. Let's check that definition because we just read from, I believe, Merriam-Webster. Oh, Lord, it's taking a long time to load. This is not what I want. All right. I don't know. Let me try the other dingy with the H. D-I-N-G-H-Y. A small boat used for racing. Sorry. So it could be that it has the same. No, dingy, or is it dizzy? A dingy blonde, dizzy blonde? Maybe is it dizzy blonde? I don't know. I tried with 2 G's, dingy, but that's not it either. But we can try it. I'm gonna go to OneLook again. I'm gonna go to OneLook and do D-I-N-G-G-Y. Not a word. Let's try I-E. Ding. No. Nope, not there. Dingy. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to Google dingy blonde. D-I-N-G-Y blonde. Okay. No, they're still saying dingy blonde hair. I don't know. Is it silly? Is it dizzy blonde? What is the term? Is it I made dizzy blonde, dingy blonde? I don't know. Why does my how is it dizzy blonde? I think it might be dizzy. Dizzy blonde. Okay. So it's dizzy blonde. Dizzy. Okay. So dizzy blonde is the saying. Sorry, everyone. That took me on a journey. I just really needed to know. Ditzy blonde. Let me search ditzy blonde. Ditzy. B-I-T-Z-Y. Oh, ditzy blonde. Yes. Dingy. Dingy is not the word. Ditzy blonde. Ditzy blonde and dizzy blonde. Dumb blonde. Okay. Okay. I'm a dizzy blonde, ditzy blonde. How interesting. How interesting. And I wonder how blonde hair got such a terrible rap. All right, Kelly, I don't know if that answers your question. Felicia is saying dingy is someone not smart, dumb, silly. It's dingy blonde. Look it up. It's ditzy blonde and dizzy blonde. I don't know. So here, Black Lily is saying dingy as an airhead is short for dingbat. Yeah, but when you look up, I don't see a spelling. The only spelling that they have for dingy is in the Urban Dictionary. Show me a reputable source that is saying dingy is, it's only in the Urban Dictionary I found that. So This is interesting. Now we have the debate going on. Now we have the debate going on. We have the debate going on. Yes, so listen. Anyway, we've been on for more than 2 hours. I was planning on getting out of here after an hour and a half. So thank you all who are coming to the event. I'm looking, it looks like, let me refresh. Because for the nighttime event, we had 23. Now we have 25. So there's 25 of us who are going to be there at the nighttime event. Maybe I'll come out tomorrow and do some more promotion for the event because I want everybody to come out and have a good feminine fun time. It's going to be great. And the daytime part is when we're going to dive in deep and do our healing, etc. So that's good. So listen, everybody, I appreciate you all coming out. I will see you all in the next video. Let me say goodbye to you all. Was there anybody who had a question before I left? If you have a question, ask your questions now because I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And Rachel, who I can imagine is a brunette saying, studies show men love brunettes. Actually, studies show that men love blondes. Look at Rob, look. This is like that. Look, you see, he gets nice after he smokes. He gets nice after he smokes. So he went and smoked and he's getting ready to take a shower to go to work. This is too much. Oh, goodness. So Just Glowing is saying, did my ticket show up for you, LJ? No. When did you get your ticket? And you said you got a ticket to the nighttime event or the day? Oh, look at this. Look at this. I see LJ now. But that ticket wasn't bought until it was bought 29 minutes ago. You see, and your ticket was bought after Sydney's. So you tried, LJ. You claimed that you had your ticket before you had it, because I see the timestamp. Kelly say men don't know what they love. I know, right? They just love women. They just love women. Look, Just Glowing. Look, I was just fronting. You see what I'm saying? You tried to steal a tarot reading by fronting. Okay, Mary is saying my webcam will work for the event. We're going to do a test run. So be prepared on Friday. We're doing a test run to help you learn how to use the software so that when you show up on Saturday, because our time is we have very, very strict timelines on Saturday. So we need you to show up and know where to navigate and know where to go. So we're going to do a test run on Friday. You'll get an email about that. So just look for that and you'll be able to test out your camera, test the software. You'll be able to meet some of the ladies beforehand who are going to come through and test it. Because I'm going to be in the workshops, I really do not have the capacity on the day of to help people with technical issues. And my assistant for that day is not very technologically savvy. So I need you all to come through on that Friday to come to the venues and test it out. Okay? All right. So SB is saying LJ got busted. You see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Oh, a lot of people are saying that you got busted. And Rob is coming back talking about you got to bring out the cards for LJ. No, but I'm going to bring out the cards for you. Let me tell you a little something about yourself now, Rob. Let me pull out the cards for you, son. Since you wanna be cute, let's see what the cards have to say about you. Go grab your blunt, son, because you never know what they might say. All right. And I feel a really strong connection to you too. You have a lot of your energy is very furtive. All right, let's take a look and see what the cards are saying. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a look. Oh, Lord of mercy. No, just oh God. Oh goodness. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. All right, Rob. I'm seeing that there's a lot of fighting and turmoil. I'll show you. I'm seeing there's a lot of fighting and turmoil going on inside of your life. I'm also seeing that you like to numb yourself and not pay attention to the things that need to be paid attention to in your life. I'm seeing that right now there are certain things that you need to walk away from. And look, I'm telling you what it is that I see. There are things right now that you need to walk away from, that you are numbing yourself from paying attention to the fact that you need to walk away from. So you are going to have to pay attention to what's going on inside of your life, because I'm saying that you either look, turn away, or get trampled. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So Rob, pay attention to what's going on in your life, dear. Pay attention, because there's some things happening that need you to be present, and you have to show up for yourself. Okay? Sophia is saying, I want a reading. I'm doing readings at the Galentine's Day event, so don't worry. I got you. I got you. Kelly is saying, O S blank blank T. I cannot. You all are so funny. Black Lily is saying, I want to hear the follow-up from Rob. Yeah, Rob, what are your thoughts on that? Unless you've run away. You know, people like to run when the curtain starts getting pulled back. People like to run away. Come, Rob, what are you saying now? What are you saying? The time zone is Eastern Standard Time. When you go to the website, it'll show you. So it's noon to 9 p.m. LA time, 3 to midnight New York time, and it is 9 p.m. till 6 in the morning London time. So where's Rob? Here we go. Listen, where's Rob at? I don't see Rob. Look. Where has he? You all chased the man away. Rob is MIA. Where are you, Rob? The people want to hear follow-up from your reading. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Rob don't run from fights. That's the damn problem. There's too much fighting going on. That's not what the reading said. The reading didn't say you ran from fights. It said that there was a lot of fighting and turmoil around you, and that you're not paying attention to things that need you to pay attention to. There's some things you need to walk away from. We need your honest follow-up, Rob. There's some things you need to walk away from, that you're numbing yourself from really paying attention to, you needing to walk away from. That's what the reading said. It didn't say that you ran from fights. It said there's a lot of them going on. So, Rob, we want your honest feedback. All right. So Lovely is saying, can you do one for me? Rob, where is your honest feedback? Lovely saying you won't run. That's the problem. Exactly. Kelly says more smoke, less fight. Then you will be laughing, Rob. Lord have mercy. Rob, where are you? We're waiting for you. Rob, where is your honest feedback on that reading? Here we go. This is his response. This is his response. Life about fighting, is it not? This, you see? This is his mentality. Keep on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Lovely Grace. Lovely Grace, are you the one who, wait, Lovely Grace, what are your initials? You got a ticket to the event. What's your initials? What are your initials, Lovely Grace? And Tanya's saying, Rob don't want the smoke. Apparently he got too much smoke. Listen. He got too much smoke. So is Lovely Grace the one who is LJ? I can't remember. It's too early in the morning. Okay, Lovely Grace, what's your initials? And Rob is saying, wouldn't be where I'm in life today if I didn't fight. And of course not. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point. So Lovely Grace is saying, I didn't purchase a ticket. Well, on that note, I will see you all in the next video. I'll come back out. Just make sure your notifications are on. I'll probably, that's it. I'm putting the tarot cards away. I will see you all a little bit later. I can't do, remember, we're going to be doing tarot at the event. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. All right. So I will see you all later. Thank you all so much for coming out. Wonderful to spend this time with you. Go do something productive with your day. Meditate. Get the book of Affirmation, Self-Love, which is available right now on my website, tanyatko.com. Go to the shop area, scroll down and get this. It will also be available on Amazon. I just sent in new stock, so the stock will be updated February 15th. All right, so I will see you. I will see you. This is a book of, those of you who don't know, this is a book of affirmations. You just rewrite the affirmations and it rewrites your subconscious programming and reattunes you to self-love. So Rob is saying, maybe if more people fought instead of folding, they wouldn't be playing catch up. Actually, there's a lot of inconsistencies in your life, Rob. Remember, we first started talking when you indicated that $200 was something to squawk at when I talked about how much my online course costs. Remember that? So this is where this all began. So don't talk about fighting and getting where it is that you are and you're squawking at another entrepreneur, or you're squawking at an entrepreneur who is quite successful, by the way, right? And who doesn't come to other people's pages to troll. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where it is that you feel that you are in life, but if you had to get there being so internally disruptive with all of this turmoil around you, fighting and all of this other stuff, some people just don't get it. Here's Black Lily. Exactly. All my life I had to fight. Exactly. Exactly. And Lovely is saying, no, I didn't even know about it. In the description are the links to get the ticket to the Galentine's Day event. All right. Listen, I will see you all in the next video. I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours, and you know I don't like to go near 3. Oh, so now we got a person spamming. I'm glad I caught this before I left. Don't spam on my thing. Don't come here spamming. Because there's people who hijack other people's profiles and then start going on. Listen, Christy, say it again. It's a mess. There's no peace in a life like that. So Fred is saying, are you normally live at this time? No, I am not. It's very early. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. We came on at 4 something. All right. Grand rising and grand sleeping. I'm going to go get me a little nap before I have to start my day. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.